Final week of the season, and oh yes, it's on for the Atlanta Braves. The hottest team in baseball has won 14 of 16, and they return home to play their final 7 games of the season. Just 2.5 games in back of the Colorado Rockies in the wild card race, the Braves are keeping the pressure on. Can Atlanta keep this magical ride rolling? 1 week to go and 7 games to find out. We'll have every pitch and every swing on Fox Sports South and Sports South as the Braves try to play deeper into October. The homestand and the push towards the postseason begin right now. The Braves open up against the Marlins. Beautiful night in Atlanta. Great to be back home as the folks file in. All season long, Atlanta Braves baseball on Fox Sports South, being presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. The right stuff, the low price, every day. Here tonight, Braves finish off the season with the first of 3 against the Florida Marlins. Final 7 games of the year. All right, folks, thanks for joining us. John Shambi alongside Joe Simpson. Well, these two teams have gotten together, 15 times now. Been a very close season series, and interesting in terms of the Marlins have led in some categories you wouldn't think they'd lead in.
That's the truth. They have the upper hand in the season series. They lead 8 games to 7. But the area that surprises both Boog and I is that they've outpitched Atlanta. Are you kidding me? Their starters' ERA better than Atlanta's, and their bullpen as well. Home runs not on there, but the Braves and the Marlins have hit an equal number of home runs at 14. And while the Marlins have outscored them by close to 1 run a game, it is only 8 games to 7. I expect this to be a closely pitched series with arguably the 3 best starters going for Florida. I think runs will be hard to come by for both sides.
Braves have won 14 of 16. Really the formula that we've seen. The Braves have scored early, then leaned on the starting pitching. Who better to lean on than Jair Jurgens?
No one right now. He's pitching lights out, and he's been outstanding all year long. And lately, the month of September, maybe his best month of work. He's 3-1 for the month and has an ERA under 2. And the only loss was to that team right there, the Cincinnati Reds, and he got beat in that game 3-1. Again, it's one of those things where if he'd been given a few more runs to work with, there's no telling what his record might be for the year. As it is, he's going into this game tonight with a 13-10 record. There are the numbers for September, the 3rd lowest ERA in the National League for the month, and you expect him to carry that right on into tonight's start. The Braves would love for him to pitch like he's been pitching.
Braves starters this season leading the National League in ERA. Tonight, Atlanta trying to make it 7 in a row as the Braves open up a series against the Marlins. The Rockies with the night off. Players getting ready, and we'll get you set for baseball. We'll have more from Turner Field coming up. with the Marlins. Martin Prado getting everybody ready in the dugout. And prior to the game, Stuart Kimball, longtime Braves fan and a Comcast customer since 1988, our grand prize winner of the Ultimate Braves Experience Sweepstakes. The sweepstakes ran throughout June and July. Anyone who purchased Braves tickets through the Ultimate Braves Experience Sweepstakes page on Braves.com was automatically entered to win, and Stewart was the grand prize winner. He had the chance to throw out the ceremonial first pitch before tonight's game against the Marlins. Congratulations to Stewart as Clint Sammons caught the first pitch and autographed the baseball. Nice souvenir. Congratulations to Stuart Kimball. Well, here tonight, the playoff push continues. The Braves look to make it 7 in a row. They've got the best mark in the NL since June 28. Braves and the Fish lineup's first pitch next. By Verizon Wireless, by Carrabba's Italian Grill, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Here at Turner Field, got plenty of room for you as the fans file in. Gorgeous night. Braves Marlins first of 3 here tonight. Nice to be back home in Atlanta. And we get ready to go here this evening. Our Toyota starting lineups for Freddie Gonzalez and the Marlins, 5th in the league in runs per game. Coughlin at the top, then Maben, Ramirez, and Jorge Cantu, who's had a very good month of September, just a shade under 350. Glode, Ugla, Baker, Carroll, and Sanchez, the rest of the lineup, and they will go up against the tough right-hander, the 23-year-old from Curacao, Jair Jurgens.
Curacao kid, he's 6'1", 200 pounds, and he has done his best work against his own division, the NL East. 8-1 in 13 starts with a microscopic ERA and opponent's average against. He'll try to continue that tonight against the Florida Marlins, a team he's made 2 starts against this year. He's 1-0 against them, a 2.77 ERA, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts in 13 innings. His 4 keys to pitching success tonight. He has been focused. He'll need to be tonight because he's got to be a little different. He's got to work a little different to 2 guys who have hit him very hard, and that's Dan Ugla and Hanley Ramirez. Be careful to those guys.
Rookie of the Year candidate Chris Coughlin will start it off. And ready to go, Jurgens winds it up. First pitch of the game. And that's a little low for ball 1. Joe West, the crew chief, has the plate. at Rapawano. Paul Schreiber, Paul Nauert, the rest of the crew. And here comes JJ's 1-0. And a line drive into left center field. Coghlan just keeps on hitting. The majors' top man in terms of hit total since the All-Star break, Chris Coghlan, and he leads the game off with a base hit.
And he has been red hot. If it's possible to get hotter than he has been lately. Hitting .429 over his last 10 games. He got a high fastball and peppered it into left center. That's where he likes to hit the ball, is the other way.
He doesn't have great speed, but he runs fairly well, and Coghlan's done a great job of setting the table. .384 the on-base percentage. So now Cameron Maben. And he bunts one to the third base side of the mound. Nice play by Jurgens, and a man in scoring position for Hanley Ramirez.
Freddie Gonzalez certainly knows how good Jair Jurgens has been lately and how good the Braves pitching has been, playing for a run early for his pitcher Anibal Sanchez.
Former Braves third base coach. And Coghlan out there at second for one of the most dangerous hitters in the National League, Hanley Ramirez, the NL's leading hitter at .348. And ball one.
Not like the Mets, not like Washington. It's not those two teams. There were a couple of guys in the middle of the order you had to pitch around. Everybody else, you knew we were going to go for outs. Not so with the Marlins. They're a much better hitting ball club. One very equal to Atlanta offensively, if not a little better during the season.
Yeah, that foul ball just out of the reach of Diaz and Prado. 1-1. Yeah, they scare you because of the power. They can hit the ball out of the park from the top of the order to the bottom of the order. The Braves catch a little bit of a break with an injury to Cody Ross. May be done for the year. He was hit on Saturday night on the left wrist by a pitch from John Maine, and he's got some serious pop. And when he's out there, I mean, they got a bunch of guys that can go yard.
They're also missing Jeremy Hermida, who's out of the lineup and has been for some time with an intercostal muscle strain.
Ball and a strike to Ramirez. And JJ paints the corner at 93, 1-2.
Just a good umpiring crew with Joe West. Rapawano, Schreiber, and Nauert, all veteran umpires. Nice to have them here for such a big series.
You saw Ramirez with very good numbers against Jurgens. Got under that one in the air to center where McLeod grabs it, and Coghlan will stay put at second.
Boog, that fly ball made a serious right turn. If you look at the Old Glory atop the scoreboard, it is starched out toward right field right now.
So you got that crosswind working, something that we'll watch for, especially when the left-handed hitters come up. And now it is Jorge Cantu, hot hitter. He gets the start at third base. Cantu, their everyday first baseman for a good chunk of the year. But with the struggles of Emilio Bonifacio, eventually they moved him across to third. Nick Johnson was acquired from the Nationals. Nick Johnson, who was under the weather, bothered by the flu. They actually kind of quarantined him away from the team. He was feeling so poorly. Both Johnsons, Josh and Nick, feeling under the weather. I think Nick will be available to pinch hit, but we'll see.
Yeah, Josh didn't fly up with the team either. He came up today after being checked out by the doctor.
There's Nick back in there. And quickly 0-2 on Cantu. Got him. Good slider right there. So Jurgens goes to his third pitch to get the strikeout, and he pitches around the leadoff single. End of a half inning. Marlins nothing. Here score. Toyota starting lineups for the Braves, 6th in the league in runs scored. And McLeod in front of Martin Prado's hitting 10 in a row, just under 500 during that stretch. Jones, McCann, Anderson, Escobar, LaRoche, Diaz, and Jurgens against Anibal Sanchez, the 25-year-old from Maracay, Venezuela.
His starts against the Braves this year, very good at home, or very good on the road, I should say, and not so good at home. At Dolphin Stadium now, Landshark Stadium. Pitched a gem here against the Braves back on August 21st. Beat the Braves 5-3 here at Turner Field. 6 innings, gave up only 1 run, struck out 7. His 4 keys to pitching success tonight. He's been a hot and cold guy. He needs to be hot tonight the way the Braves have been swinging the bat. He's got to have good control of his off-speed stuff. He's got a good curveball.
But immediately falls behind McLeod, 3-0. There are the overall numbers for Nate, who was acquired from the Pirates back on June 2nd. And he walks him on 4 pitches, so a good start for the Braves. A man at first and nobody out.
And I think maybe he just walked the coldest of the Braves hitters. Nate's only 7 for his last 44.
Defense for the Marlins, Coughlin, Maben, and Carroll in the outfield. Cantu, Ramirez, Ugla, Glode third to first. And Sanchez will work with John Baker, who is their everyday catcher. Marlins have improved defensively, especially their shortstop, Hanley Ramirez.
See if the Braves are playing for an early run.
McLeod goes, throw to second, not in time. Now Nate McLeod, who's been bothered by some hamstring issues, comes up with the steal, his 19th. Remember, a brilliant percentage base stealer.
Love it. Send a message right away to the Marlins that you're coming out fighting. Good crossover step, excellent jump, and number 19 on the year. Still no strikes.
6 straight out of the zone to begin, and that'll bring Baker out to the hill.
Now Sanchez, again, hot and cold. He's coming off arguably his best start of the year, and he really doesn't want to listen to what Baker's got to say, it doesn't appear. 8 innings of 2-hit shutout ball against the Phillies. He walked only 2 in 8 innings, struck out 7, and beat them 3-0.
Been on the DL twice this year because of shoulder problems. That's really been the issue since they acquired him from the Red Sox in the deal that also brought Hanley Ramirez. That was back in November of 2005. He's had multiple shoulder surgeries.
And pitching to Martin Prado, who's from his same hometown in Venezuela, that being Maracay.
Yeah, they've known each other since they were 12 years old, played, some version of Little League baseball together. And the first strike of the night from Anibal Sanchez.
Catbird seat for Prado here, trying to get that guy over to third base on a 3-1 count. He should get a good pitch to hit.
McLeod out there at second. Braves looking for an early run. And he walks him. So back-to-back walks to start in front of Chipper Jones. Prado, not a guy who takes a ton of walks. That's only the 33rd that he's accepted this year as Wiley heads out to the hill.
Try to get him a restart, get him back on track like he was against the Phillies on September 22nd. Marlins played well against the Phillies and then jumped up and lost 2 out of 3 to the lowly New York Mets. But check out some of the work here from Sanchez, certainly finding the corners on this particular night. He's 2-4 on the road a 4.73 ERA. He's only allowed 8 home runs this year in 74 innings, 7 of those to right-handed hitters.
Something there does not look right with him.
He looks mad.
He's gone for a walk out behind the mound a couple of different times as Wiley has finished his conversation back in the dugout. And now he's got to deal with Chipper Jones. 2 on, nobody out. Tried the breaking ball and it missed.
All over the place. Chipper's got to be patient here. Get something good to hit. With him being all over the place, that's hard to do. And the Braves need a good series from Chipper. He hasn't hit well against Florida this year, just a .216 average against the Marlins.
I mean, he is just spraying it all over the place. He's thrown 1 strike so far.
A look of concern over there, too, from the manager and pitching coach.
McLeod at second, Prado at first. And now 3-0.
Braves have been outstanding scoring early. We talked about that on the road trip, Boog. This is an opportunity to do that again. There are the numbers for Chipper against Florida.
And he finally pumps in a strike, now 3-1. See if Chipper gets something to hit with McCann waiting in the on deck circle.
Needs it to be a real small strike zone here.
Upstairs, ball 4. He's walked the first 3.
It's weird how things play out over the course of a baseball game, but especially with a guy like Sanchez who could find his stuff with Brian McCann or next inning. And if that's the case, this is the inning you need to get on him. One of those get him early or don't get him type deals.
McCann's had some success against this guy, 5 out of 15, and he does have a home run.
And he's going back to the windup.
And a breaking ball inside. Baker really stabbing at that.
I don't know if he got crossed up or what happened. Baker looked skyward as soon as he caught that ball. Oh yeah, crossed up big time. He thought it was going to be a fastball.
And they're going to get the bullpen working. He's thrown 15 pitches, 13 of them out of the strike zone.
And all 13 of those have been really off the zone.
And that one squirts past the catcher Baker, but not far enough. McLeod will stay put at third, and it's 2-0. Andrew Miller, the big lefty, is up in the Marlins bullpen. It has been a tough start for Anibal Sanchez. There's the big southpaw. And he fires a strike. Again, you look at his numbers coming in, he's walked 36 in 74 innings. So he has command issues at times, but this has been extreme so far. Ryan hits it on the ground to first, and Glode's only play right there. Run scores, Braves on the board. It's 1-0.
That was a break. That ball was hit sharply, but I guess because Chipper was not being held at first, he had a good sized lead. Maybe Glode just wasn't comfortable trying to get the runner at second and keep a double play in order. Looked like he had a play, but instead takes the out at first, runners at second and third, and only 1 out.
And again, Glode getting the start with Nick Johnson battling the flu. Here's Garrett Anderson. And he hammers that one. Center field. Maben over towards the gap. Makes the grab. Prado will tag. Martin will score. It's 2-0. Chipper Jones ends up on third as Garrett Anderson delivers the sac fly and the RBI. And for Garrett, his 60th run batted in.
And a great early lead to start this homestand. In innings 1 through 3, you just saw some incredible numbers for the Atlanta Braves. They've added to that tonight to make it a good number. And a guy up there who's been terrific hitting with runners in scoring position and 2 out in Escobar.
Now Unell. Unell at 383 with men in scoring position. And leading the majors in that department. Been a strong season for him. Ground ball knocked down by Sanchez. He'll go to first. And he throws him out. A wild first inning for Anibal Sanchez. The Braves strike twice. It's 2-0. By the Georgia Lottery. Back here at Turner Field, John Shambi, Joe Simpson. Jair Jurgens back to work against Ross Glow. 2-0 Braves. And Jurgens pumps in a strike. Interesting. Bench coach Carlos Tosca over there talking with Anibal Sanchez. Tosca, of course, a former manager with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Sanchez doesn't seem to be all that willing to listen to anybody right now.
A little low. 2-1 to Glode. 5 homers, 28 knocked in. Had a huge home run earlier this year. A walk-off homer against the Braves.
Yeah, 3-run shot. A couple of early runs for Jurgens to work with, though. That's outstanding. Gives him a chance to be more aggressive when he has runners on base.
That one up the middle. Escobar is there. Dropped the ball. Throws low. Safe. Had it in his glove, and I think it literally just spilled out of his hands. And an E6.
Had it. Just didn't have it in the pocket, had it in the web, and that'll be his first error since the All-Star break.
A 46-game errorless streak comes to an end for Yunel Escobar. So man at first, nobody out, and it's Dan Uggla. And ball one to the stocky second baseman. Interesting to see what happens to him for 2010.
Well, he's not exactly going to the whip here down the stretch to endear himself to the Marlins. 5 for his last 36, 209 average with runners in scoring position. He's not exactly tearing it up.
See the on-base percentage at .351 despite that .238 average. The on-base is good. His walk total has continued to climb year by year. And he gets into this one left field. Anderson back. Garrett back some more, and he hauls it in. And scrambling back to first, Ross Globe.
The guys who have done the damage against the Braves this year that are in the lineup tonight: Ramirez 11 RBIs, Cantu 13, and Uggla 12. Ramirez 4 homers, Uggla 3, and he almost hit another one.
So one down, and now it's John Baker. Braves with 2 in the first without a hit, as Sanchez walked the first 3 guys that came to the plate.
I always want to say Josh Baker. I don't know why, but I got to get that John thing worked out.
Okay. Line drive, base hit left field. John Baker with a hit.
Good piece of hitting here by him. Wide open stance for Baker. Closes up a little bit. Drives down and threw that pitch, but went with it and hit it hard.
Two on, 1 out, and the 8th spot up. It'll be Brett Carroll to hit against Jurgens. Carroll gets the start in right field. Good defensive player. Outstanding throwing arm. And he plays in place of the injured Cody Ross as well. Jeremy Hermida is injured. Hermida's out with the oblique strain.
Yes.
Little tapper to third. Chipper across the diamond, and there's 2 away.
You might wonder at home, well, why didn't Chipper just step on third base and get the lead runner? But where he was positioned, I'm not sure he could see where Glode was, and he sure didn't want to turn around and lose a foot race to third base if Glode was going to beat him to the bag, so he got the easy out.
And you've got the pitcher coming up, who bounces another one to Chipper. Jurgens pitches around the error and the single. Marlins lead 2 midway in the second. Braves on top. 2-0. Tomorrow on Fox Sports South, the Braves' remarkable push for the postseason continues. We'll be right here as your Braves take on the Marlins live from Turner Field, available in sparkling high definition. Our coverage starts at 6:30. Fred Hickman, Brian Jordan, Jerome Jurinovich with Braves Live. It's right here on Fox Sports South. Our Airtran pitching matchup, Josh Johnson, Tim Hudson. Big fella was supposed to start yesterday for Florida, but battling the flu, and so he goes tomorrow. Josh Johnson, one of the best pitchers in the National League. Would you say one of the top 10 starters in the league?
Without reservation. Might be a little weakened by the flu. Won't know till tomorrow, but he wants to go. First inning, a real gift for Atlanta, and that was Anibal Sanchez being all over the place. Could not find the strike zone. He walked the first three batters, McLeod, Prado, and Chipper, and really was missing by a wide margin. Crossed up his catcher there with the bases loaded, almost threw one to the backstop. But the Braves scored 2 runs without benefit of a hit.
Well, now here's LaRoche, and ball 1 here. And Joe, I think you still have to be a little picky and make sure that he is going to settle into a groove and throw strikes. There's that good slow curve, and he bends that one in there. The Braves as a team, 7th in the league in walks accepted. Good changeup.
I'm with you, Boog. Just because he got out of the first inning and survived doesn't mean he's just found it right away. Get a good pitch to hit. Marlins don't have a shift on for LaRoche, but Ugla a step or two to his left, and Hanley Ramirez. Most of the movement is on the left side of the diamond. And you see Cantu and Ramirez quite a few steps to their left.
Two and two now on LaRoche, who's been brilliant since coming over from the Pirates. He was at 247 when he joined the Braves, and his average up to 285. And with Atlanta, 12 homers, 38 knocked in, the on base over 400, slugging over 600.
And he's worked a 3-2 count. His dad was at the game, or is at the game tonight.
That ball's hammered to right. Carroll over, diving grab, nice play. Hung up there, Brett Carroll able to come up with it and take a hit, maybe extra bases from Adam LaRoche.
Everybody was teasing Adam before the ballgame, and he didn't want to be the brother that didn't get any hits today because his brother Andy had a huge day for the Pirates in their win over the Dodgers. Andy was 5 for 5, couple of homers, drove in 6 runs. Adam stung that one, but a good play by Carroll robbed him.
So 1 down, bases clear for Matt Diaz. And the designated Marlins killer takes a strike. Fouled that one off his foot. Now 0-2. Been a good solid year for Matt. He's gotten a lot of playing time in the second half. And he has always hit the fish very, very well. Lifetime over 400 against the Marlins. And the active leader in that department. It's over 145 at bats, too.
Escobar right in there too. Man, is he off. Whew.
He threw a couple of good pitches to LaRoche, although most of the good pitches he's thrown have been breaking balls and changeups. And something off speed there. Diaz down on strikes, 2 away.
Best pitch he threw to Adam was a changeup, and this was a changeup too. Matt can't reach it.
Braves entered today's play 2.5 back in the wild card race. Atlanta's played one fewer game than Colorado. That'll change after tonight. And the Brewers open up a 3-game series at home tomorrow. Or I should say the Rockies open up a 3-game series tomorrow against Milwaukee at home. And then it's off to LA to finish up the season. They're the up to the minute standings. Broken bat, foul ball, and the barrel of the bat went skidding over the left side of the pitcher's mound.
It'd be nice to know that Milwaukee had Giovanni Gallardo pitching one of those games, but he is not pitching, I don't believe, for the rest of the season. He's been shut down.
Swing and a miss. Jurgen's down on strikes, and Sanchez gets him 1-2-3. End of 2, and the Braves lead at Turner Field.
Listened to him earlier in the year. We had him. This could be a.
Could Chipper like him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it could be a lot of guys down there that like George Strait. It's hard not to like him. All my exes live in Texas.
Is that George Strait?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. Chris Coghlan to start things off. Coghlan, a single out into left center field his first time up. And the Braves leading 2-0 here in the top of the third. John Sciambi, Joe Simpson with you. And a ground ball to the right side that Prado gobbles up.
Perfect pitch. Even though this guy likes to hit the ball the other way, Brian McCann set up right on the outside corner. This was delivered on the corner at the knees, and Coghlan this time tried to pull the ball and played right into their hands with an easy grounder to second.
So for a rare time, Coghlan retired, and now it's Maben who bunted his first time. A sacrifice bunt. Cameron Maben started the year as their center fielder. Was their center fielder every day for the first 26 games and eventually got sent down on May 10th. Pitch is 2-0-2. And rips that one down the line, but foul. Marlins have made some big trades in the past few years, dealing away guys like Beckett and Lowell and Cabrera and Willis, and those trades have netted them guys like Hanley Ramirez and Anibal Sanchez. And the trade for Cabrera and Willis brought them this guy, Maben, and Andrew Miller.
Yeah, those have not paid dividends yet. They're hoping they will.
Wow, is this a high pop-up? Chipper able to make the grab. I like that glove he's been wearing lately, the white and red one.
It's been a lucky glove, too. Again, the wind pushing this ball back to the field, so he had to backpedal a couple of steps to hang on to it. I like that glove.
White and red Mizuno.
Two-tone.
Now, you couldn't pitch with that, right?
I don't think so. Yesterday, Livan Hernandez had a solid red one.
Wow, was that a big old bright red glove, wasn't it?
Was.
Hanley Ramirez, the 1-0, is a little high. What a player this guy is. Made great strides defensively. Unell making an error earlier in this game ended his errorless streak at 46. This guy had an errorless streak of 56 games earlier in the year. Drives it to center. McLeod back and hauls it in on the track. Jurgens gets him 1-2-3 for the first time tonight, and the Braves lead it midway in the third.
And get something very special. I don't know what it is, but they tell me it's very special. And if you go to Braves.com and print it off and bring it with you to the ballpark, if everybody will bring one, it'll really inspire the team and help them close out this homestand and the season with some big wins as they try to get the wild card. I still don't know what it is. It's supposed to be a big secret, but you'll know when you go to Braves.com.
Nate McLeod drives this one left center field. Maben cuts across. And one up and one down.
There's even a banner out there hanging off the chop house.
What does it say?
Believe. I thought it said Braves earlier, but now I see that it says Believe. Oh, it just, wind just got it.
Here's what it says.
Oh, there. Is that what that is? Okay. You can get that at Braves.com. Just print it off, bring it with you.
Bring it to the park. I like that.
Been a late arriving crowd today. I was like Chipper. I was hoping the fans would have caught on to what Atlanta's doing here, what the Braves are doing, and how close they're getting to the Rockies. And yes, they still need some help from the likes of Milwaukee and LA, but these guys are really busting their tail down the stretch here to get into the postseason for you. Three with the Fish, 4 with the Nats. Got a shot. That's all you can ask for at this time of year, and they certainly are playing well.
Right field. 2 down. After the game yesterday, Jerome Jurinovich talked with Chipper Jones, who made a request to the Braves fans.
I want to urge the fans of Atlanta to come out and cheer us on these last 7 games. It'd be nice to have a full house back in Atlanta. Kind of give us a 10th and 11th man up there, and hopefully have a successful homestand and help push us into the playoffs.
Nice.
That one drilled right field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is fair and gone. Hit the pole. Chipper Jones with a blast to right. Come on out and see that, everybody. 3-0. Number 18 for Chipper.
Well, I said his first at bat. He hasn't done much against the Marlins. This is a team he's hit pretty hard at times in his career, too. 216 with 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Now he's got 2 long ones. Right off the foul pole, but way up high on the pole.
Hey, look, a week to go. But you know he's capable of putting the Superman cape on.
You know he is, and he's been swinging it like that since the road trip, too. Went 6 for 15 on the trip. And doink off the pole. That little mini shift on for LaRoche. Now they got a huge shift on for Brian McCann.
And they actually leave the shortstop on the left side of the infield. So it's Ramirez all by himself to the left of second base. Then Cantu, then Ugla, then Glode left to right.
We saw them do that with Wes Helms, didn't we, down in Florida? I think it's a smart idea. Leave your shortstop at his position.
I still don't understand. I know I'm bringing it up and annoy you with it all year, but guys like Bay or Youkilis who hit 95% of their ground balls to the left of second base, why there isn't a reverse shift, why they never do it for the righties. It doesn't make sense to me. But if you're going to play the charts and the numbers against the lefties, then it makes no sense that the charts would only apply to the lefties.
Can't wait to see that for the first time.
And McCann will take his base.
All right, we ask you, who has George Strait on their VCast Music with Rhapsody Know Your Music on their wireless phone? Boog said Chipper. I'm going to go with Adam LaRoche. Answer is
Huddy.
Darn it.
Tim Hudson, tomorrow night's starter.
Visit VerizonWireless.com/music today. Find out more about VCast Music with Rhapsody.
Garrett Anderson, first pitch swinging, and golfs this one in the air. Carroll, Maben, it'll be Maben, and they both wanted it. That's the inning as the Braves leave a man. But the big blast, Chipper Jones, number 18. First hit of the night for the Braves. It's 3-zip. Three scoreless innings. And here at Turner Field in a gorgeous night, folks lined up at the Chop House, and Chipper greeted a pitch from Aníbal Sanchez and hit home run number 18. Here's Jorge Cantu. Cantu with 16 home runs. He had 29 last year. So the power is down a little bit, but he sustained an injury. Got hit on the hand wrist area, and that kind of put a crimp in the power numbers this year. Left center field, McLeod over. Nice grab by Nate.
Still driven in 94 runs. Good jump by Nate to get that one. His legs obviously feeling better.
You ready for some duck in your life?
We're like 100% over the last 2 days.
Aflac trivia question. You know, Escobar hitting 300 this season. Who are the only two Atlanta Braves shortstops to hit 300 in a season?
I think Rafael Furcal's in there.
I think you're right. LaRoche, Jurgens, and Glode is out. That throws a little high.
Talking to Dave LaRoche before the game, Adam's dad, and I said, just how good a pitcher was he? Because Dave's a former major league pitcher and current minor league pitching coach. And he said, well, to be honest with you, the only team that really talked to him about drafting him as a hitter was the Atlanta Braves. Everybody else, in fact, he was offered a ton of money by one team who said they wanted him to pitch, and he said, it's not about the money. I want to hit. And that team passed on him, and the Braves got him.
It's worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Dan Uggla 0 for 1, flied to left, just missed one his last time. He's hit 30 home runs 3 consecutive seasons. A lot of talk about whether he'll be back next year. We touched on it. He makes $5.35 million this year. So do they non-tender him, meaning not offer him a contract, or tender him a contract and then trade him? We'll wait and see. Towards third, Chipper to a knee.
Tricky hop.
And Jurgens gets him 1, 2, 3 for the second straight inning. He gets him on 6 pitches, and Jurgens is set down 8 in a row. Down Atlanta, and the Braves leading 3-0. Atlanta trying to make it 7 straight wins.
That may be overstating the pleasant night here.
Yeah, it's not quite that cold.
No, 77 at game time with a little wind. Pretty stiff wind actually. It's still blowing cross toward right.
Sanchez thrown 53 pitches, 28 balls, 25 strikes. 29 balls, 25 strikes.
You don't see that very often, do you? More balls and strikes, not in the big leagues. But what a horrible start he got off to tonight, walking the first 3 men.
He's walked 4 total.
And now 5.
So Escobar aboard. And with the shortstop on base, how about our Aflac trivia question?
I was thinking Rafi Ramirez, then I thought Marvel Blanks, but no. Let's go for call and
Renteria. What about Blauser? I'm going to say Blauser Renteria.
Oh, you're like, yeah. You're so hot. Look like a dancing bobcat sitting there.
I don't even know what to do with myself.
Yes. Put it up there.
LaRoche steps out at him. Line to right. Diving catch by Brett Carroll. That one hit hard, and it almost hit Sanchez. Wow, was that scorched.
It almost got 2 guys. It almost got Sanchez and Paul Schreiber, the umpire. Paul Schreiber didn't know whether to duck or wind his watch. Watch him get out of the way here. It's right between them. Yeah. Had him with 2 rockets tonight, and he found a hole with that one. Did Sanchez just look at his glove like? I think if he caught it, he'd have known, wouldn't he?
Would be my thought.
That was funny.
Matt Diaz goes fishing there.
Remember, Matt struck out chasing a pitch down and away like that his first time.
Sanchez starting tonight. It'll be Josh Johnson tomorrow, and then Ricky Nolasco for the finale. 2 aboard, nobody out. And the Braves already up 3. Popped up, shallow right, long run Carroll over near the seats, and he runs out of room.
Good try. It's about all you can do when you get that close to the wall is just throw your glove up and hope that you don't go face to face with a fan.
Glode had him by the belt buckle there to make sure he didn't go tumbling into the seats. Matt Diaz, the average sitting at 317. And now time is called. The Braves only have 2 hits tonight.
Unell can extend his lead a little bit. Nobody really close to him to hold him on. He's pretty short. Wow. By the way, big series starting tonight too in Detroit, with the Twins only 2 games back of Detroit. Detroit hosting Minnesota, and they were postponed tonight. Rain in Detroit. They'll play a double dip tomorrow. Ow.
Matt chases that one. He struck him out, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time.
Matt's been very impatient tonight. That's led to 2 strikeouts. Everybody else has kind of worked the count a little bit. This guy's been all over the place. Matt has not been ahead in the count yet, and that ball's a foot off the plate.
Diaz is a guy who will guess, and he's told me in the past that sometimes he'll get into stretches where he gets locked in on a pitch, and if he gets it, it's like he can't help himself. Bunted third base side, good bunt. Baker throws him out.
Good bunt.
Sacrifice puts 2 in scoring position.
Jair's 7th sacrifice of the year. Level bat, softened it nicely right off the end of the bat. Pitching coach helps you take your gloves off and put them where they go.
Yes, he is functioning as the caddy right there. McLeod to walk, a stolen base, and a run scored back in the 1st. Hit the ball hard his last time up, slicing fly ball to left center field, and Maven ran down.
He took an 0 for yesterday, 0 for 3, but he hit the ball hard. One should have been a hit in the 5th inning when Gonzalez was charged with an error, and then Drew walks his next 2 times up. Much better at bats for Nate. Is that the straight changeup again?
I think so. It's tough because sometimes I feel like it has some movement, but it also at times looks like slider spin.
It's got a little whirly bird spin on it. Yeah.
2-1 now.
Says ask Joe West if that pitch was low. Don't want to get on the bad side of Joe. That was I think that was just a changeup there.
I think you're right. It didn't have that circular, the dot type spin.
Yeah.
Ball 4. And the base is loaded with 2 down for Martin Prado. Folks, this Friday, October 2nd, 5:45 to 6:45, all fans that donate 5 new children's books for $20 cash will receive an autograph from Braves pitcher Tim Hudson as part of the Rookie Reader Book Drive, October 2nd through 4th. Visit the Hank Aaron Room, aisle 128, to purchase valuable baseball memorabilia as part of the Braves Foundation weekend. For tickets, Braves.com. So all sorts of good stuff going on this coming weekend. Fan Appreciation Weekend. Out to short. Ramirez throws him out, and the Braves will leave him loaded. We played 4 at Turner Field, and Atlanta leads 3-0. Seven straight wins. And a nice night out here at Turner Field. Check out Braves.com for tickets for any of the next 6. 2 more with the Marlins, and then finish up the year 4 with the Nationals. And the Braves still pushing for the playoffs.
Braves.com too, to print off your Believe piece of paper, your Believe banner. Bring it to the park with you.
Slicing liner, but Anderson had him played perfectly. Garrett puts it away.
Jair's retired 9 in a row, and we've been talking about what good work he's done all year long, having allowed 2 runs or less in 24 of his 32 starts. Now, nobody's comparing him to Greg Maddux yet, but just as a sampling, from 93 to 98 for Greg Maddux, 6 seasons, he allowed 2 earned runs or fewer, 75% of his starts. That gives you an idea just how good that is.
That Maddux guy was good.
Not bad. His ERA over that stretch was 2.15 combined. Jair's right now at 2.64 for this season.
JJ falling behind Carroll. Brett Carroll grounded to third his first time up. High fly ball center field. McLeod got it. And there's 2 down. Jurgens tonight trying to come up with his 14th win. He and Vasquez at times have been the victim of poor run support. To be honest, the other guy you could say that about is Kawakami.
Yes. Kinchin, especially early in the year.
There's 2 outs here in the 5th, and Jurgens has used a grand total of 44 pitches here tonight. So a model of efficiency. There's a strike. JJ pitching to Anibal Sanchez. Joe West behind the plate. And Sanchez has been spraying it all over the place. Just hasn't settled into a groove in terms of throwing strikes. Escobar there. And another 1-2-3 inning for Jair Jurgens. His 3rd in a row. Braves lead. Well, speaking of pushing for the playoffs, the Braves push for the postseason continues tomorrow right here on Fox Sports South. Braves live from Turner Field. It's available in sparkling high definition. And coverage starts at 6:30. Fred Hickman, Ryan Jordan, Jerome Jurinovich. Braves live right here on Fox Sports South. Tim Hudson gets the call tomorrow. And Huddy, his last start against the Marlins, his first start back since coming off Tommy John surgery.
Long rain delay, but he hung around and decided, you know what, I think I'll go right on back out there. Then got a huge double play turn behind him by Martin Prado. Behind Moylan, I should say, who came in and got out of a jam to preserve the win.
Chipper a walk and a homer. Chipper with the home run, his 18th. If he hits 2 more, he'll be the first player in Major League history to start his career with 20 or more homers his first 15 seasons.
And don't bet against him. His homers tend to come in bunches. And he's being more patient. Last inning, Diaz got anxious, chased some bad pitches, and then with the bases loaded, Prado swung at the first pitch and hit an easy grounder to short. He might have gotten a good pitch to hit, but Sanchez was the guy in trouble.
And Chipper will take his base. There's that home run we were talking about. Our Airtran how far did it fly home run off the foul pole. 330 feet, because that's how far the pole is. And as Dave Baker laser notes, it's the Airtran how far did it fly home run, not the Airtran how far would it have flown if it didn't hit the foul pole home run.
Right.
Yeah.
7 walks for Sanchez. His season high before tonight was 5, and he did that twice, both times in July. I beg your pardon. Both times in August.
They've got Andrew Miller up again. I mean, he's been all over the place tonight as Miller gets loose. I will say, I think he's also thrown probably 4 or 5 pitches that have been strikes that Joe West has called balls. But he's called them balls because they've been borderline, and he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt. And another walk issued.
Career high.
So 8 walks, Mark Wiley out to the hill.
Little disparity in that pitch count. Andrew Miller obviously not ready, or they would bring him in now to pitch to Anderson. But he had been warming up earlier. Mark Wiley, though, buying as much time as he can, forcing Joe West to walk out and break it up.
Anibal Sanchez just has not looked comfortable out there tonight. And again, I know it's dangerous trying to read body language, but he looks almost agitated out there.
Has from the get-go. .25 years old, 6 feet 220.
Garrett Anderson 0 for 1. Sac fly in the first and fly to center in the third.
But with all these base runners, the Braves still only have 3 on the board. Need to add some more.
Pop foul. Anderson coming into tonight, hitting just 195 in September. I haven't asked him about this. I will tomorrow. But at 37 years old in his first year in the National League, I went back and looked. This is the most starts he's had in the outfield, now 117 since 2003. So, you know, as the body gets older, he used to get those semi-days off in the AL by DHing. Didn't have that luxury this year. And you wonder if the legs get a little worn down. He's a big guy. He's 6'3", 225.
You get a little leg weary running back and forth just from the dugout to the outfield time and time again. That'll take its toll on you at 37.
Two on, none out.
Been late on 2 fastballs here, and that's unusual for him. Good fastballs at 92.
Yeah, Chipper Jones was saying before the game that Sanchez fastball is really tough because it cuts, it sinks. He throws the 4-seamer up in the zone. You get a fastball from him all over the place.
Well, it has been that tonight.
2-2 to Garrett. To first, Glode will go to second. They get 1 there, and that's all they'll get. McCann sliding in right between the legs of Hanley Ramirez.
He got his attention. I mean, he was thinking about maybe a return throw to first. I don't know if Sanchez got over there to cover or not. But he immediately looked down and saw Big Brian running at him and made sure he got out of his way.
So they're at the corners. Braves up 3-0. Only 4 total hits, 2 for each side here tonight.
Not that close. Unell dives in, makes it look a little closer, but not that close. As you can see. Good pitch.
Slider catches the corner, 2-1.
One of his better pitches of the night, a 2-0 slider on the corner.
Chipper Jones at third, Garrett Anderson at first. The veterans on the bases. And a bouncer foul of third. Marlins this year, 4.34 the team ERA. That's 9th in the National League. The starters ERA for Freddie Gonzalez and Mark Wiley, 4.64. That's 10th.
I would have told you, or I would have guessed at the beginning of the year when they came in here and beat Atlanta 3 straight the way they pitched, that they were going to lead the league in pitching, their starters.
Outside corner. And Yunel Escobar down on strikes, 2 away.
Best sequence of the night for Anibal Sanchez. And if he can escape this without giving up any runs, he is Houdini tonight. He got that borderline pitch. First one he's gotten tonight. Not out of the woods, though, with Adam coming up there.
2 down with men at the corners. And LaRocha's line to right, and he is singled to center. And almost took off Sanchez's cap. Strike 1. Yeah, the way they pitched at the beginning of the year, but then some injuries and some struggles. Remember, Nolasco, after a breakout year last year, struggled so much they had to send him down. And this guy's been on the disabled list twice, and after coming off the second time, has pitched well. So I guess if Nolasco had been right from the start of the year and Sanchez had been healthy, maybe things would be a little different, although they've definitely had trouble in the back end of their bullpen. And they're 5th in the league in runs per game. It would seem they score enough.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Another guy, too, Chris Volstadt, didn't step up like they expected him to.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Popped up. And Ramirez has it. And he gets out of the jam. He walks the first 2. Braves don't make him pay. End of 5. 3-0 game. We go to the top of the 6th. They made their own believe sign. You believe me?
I believe you. Gotta believe.
Chris Coughlin now. He's 1 for 2. Who's going to win the National League Rookie of the Year?
I hope Tommy Hansen.
Me too. Who do you think will win it?
This guy.
Our Academy Sports and Outdoors leaderboard. Major league leaders in hits since the All-Star break. How's that top 3? Coughlin, Jeter, and Mauer.
I don't think when the season started you probably would have lumped those 3 together, but I'd say he's in good company.
Ground ball right side and a base hit past Prado. And he's 2 out of 3. He adds to that total.
He's got 9 home runs too. He's not just hitting seeing eye ground ball base hits.
Now, why do you think he's going to win?
I think voters will give more merit to an everyday position player. I mean, only because none of the rookie pitchers have skyrocketed to 17 or 18 wins. Happen. Tommy have pitched brilliantly. I just think a guy who's playing every day and hitting 300 and doing what he's doing.
Look at that.
Yeah. It's hard to ignore. And he's playing out of position. He's really not even an outfielder. He's an infielder.
Third baseman in college. As a professional, they shifted him to second base. There's some talk that he might be their second baseman next year. I don't buy that he's going to win it.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to get enough attention. I don't think he has. And even though there have been some national columns written here or there, I still don't believe they'll vote for him. He's on the move, and Maben fouls it off.
Played a little hit and run there and probably took a stolen base away from him. Well, you're right in this respect. I mean, the market he plays in is not going to be real good about promoting him.
They were on ESPN on Wednesday night. It was the first national game they'd been on the entire year.
No kidding.
Hadn't been on Fox, hadn't been on ESPN the entire season. I'm not sure whether they were on it all last year. We talked with Rich Waltz, who broadcasts for the Marlins. He was saying on a national broadcast the other day they discussed the Rookie of the Year, and they didn't even list him as a candidate.
No kidding. And somebody missed the boat.
2-1 the count. And he missed up and in. So now 3-1. A man at first and no outs, and the Braves up 3-0, but a Marlin team with a lot of power. And Jurgens walks Maben. That's about the last thing that you want to do, especially with a guy hitting .232 and doing it in front of Hanley Ramirez.
Yeah, that's not at all what you want, because also Hanley Ramirez's ability to find a gap somewhere, and with Maben's speed he could score from first. This is when you start scratching your head about all the base runners the Braves have had and left on. Bases loaded in the fourth and left them first and third with one out in the fifth.
Only 5 total hits in the game, but this is a big spot right here. So JJ will try to bear down against the NL's top hitter. and one of the top offensive players in all of baseball. 0 for 2 tonight.
And is he taking a big cut at him too? It's like his confidence is at a very high level for Jair based on the numbers you just saw, and can't get on top of that high fastball. Jurgen's got away with one there.
Might have been looking for something else. 0-2.
Definitely. Got a fastball down the middle. He's 9 for his last 42. He's cooled off, but his last out he made back McLouth up to the wall. Must have been looking for the slider or changeup.
Jurgens ahead 0-2. JJ back to work. And that one off the outside edge. Marlins have never had a player win the batting title, and he leads in all of those categories.
Except runners in scoring position, second only to Yunel Escobar.
Coughlin at second, Maben at first, so good speed out there. And now it's 2-2.
Time for one of those A1 super duper changeups.
Two and two. Jurgens to the plate and low. Kind of spun off that time. Now 3-2.
Did not make good pitches the last two. Got ahead of him, threw him a slider on an 0-2 count. He didn't fish for it, but the last two pitches were fastballs, and they were not anywhere close enough to make him offer.
Fans trying to urge him on. 3-2 with 2 on, nobody out. Payoff pitch. And a high chopper off the plate, but foul. That last one at 93. He hasn't thrown a ton of changeups tonight. We have seen him many, many times at a spot like this pull the string for either a swinging or called third strike with the off-speed pitch. But again, it doesn't seem to be as big a part of the repertoire tonight.
And this guy at the plate doesn't walk that much. He likes to swing it.
Check swing. Did he go? You bet. Got a break. Struck him out. And the second strikeout of the night for Jurgens is a biggie.
Down and away, and obviously ball 4. Ramirez trying to get something to really drive and tie the game up on, and he committed and added himself that he did.
Jurgens not out of it yet with Coughlin at second, Maben at first, and Cantu up. Now McCann out to the mound.
To contrast what I said a minute ago about Hanley Ramirez not walking much, only 58 walks this year. Jeremy Hermida has walked 56 times.
The thing that's weird too about that is Hanley Ramirez last year had a breakout season in that department. He walked 92 times. So the walks have gone backwards as he has shifted from the leadoff spot to the third spot in the order. 2-0 to Cantu. Fly ball right field. Diaz is there. And Matt makes the grab as Coughlin will tag and make his way to third. So 2 away with the runners at the corners before Ross Glode hits. Folks, be there for Fan Appreciation Weekend. It's October 2nd through the 4th. Friday, a free post-game concert by pop sensation and Georgia's own Jesse James. Publix fireworks on Saturday. And Sunday includes an autograph session with Sid Bream and Bruce Benedict. A kids pregame parade and postgame concert by Creedence Clearwater Revisited, presented by Delta. Got great prizes, giveaways all weekend long. For tickets, it's Braves.com. And, of course, cotton candy, as much as you can handle. Coughlin at third, Maben at first.
He's had to work hard this inning, but he's made good pitches when he had to Ramirez and got Cantu. Don't relax on this guy, especially down and in.
20 pitches in the inning, now 21.
He's really flying open. You mentioned that a minute ago, Boog, when he spun off that fastball to Ramirez, but his momentum is going toward the Braves dugout.
He'd love a ground ball right at somebody. Big swing from Glode. Light schedule in the National League. Phillies trailing the Astros 3-2 in the 6th at home. Mets and Nats tied at 1 in the 6th from Washington.
As it should be.
Yeah. And the Pirates beat the Dodgers earlier today 11-1. Andy LaRoche 5 hits. Did he knock in 6?
I think so. A couple of homers.
Change up, popped up, back our way.
Might have been 2 doubles too.
Mets and Nats. I mean, that place is got to be buzzing.
Quick visit from McCann. About putting him away here in a tough spot. Don't want to give up a run. Certainly don't want to give up more than 1 run. Speed to burn on the bases.
First base. And LaRoche handles a chance. Great work by JJ to get out of it.
Train. Adam LaRoche robbed of a base hit. His first time up tonight on a nice diving catch by Brett Carroll out in right field. Nice play there. That's Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. And it's also time for the Sherwin-Williams pitching change. Raniel Pinto will come on and work in place of Anibal Sanchez, who could not throw a strike tonight, but leaves trailing only 3-0. Walked a career high 8 batters tonight. Pinto 3-1 with a 3.47 ERA, and he'll face Diaz, Jurgens, and McLeod.
Oh, pizza time. I love the glove on the hat.
Perfect fit.
Absolutely. That guy has been very aggressive tonight. Chasing pitches outside the strike zone.
And here he is against a lefty, where he's hitting over 400 this year. 415 versus 260 against right-handers.
Chase that one. That's a strike. Now 2-2. I believe since Matt became a Brave, he's third in the majors in average against left-handed pitching. Only Pujols and David Wright ahead of him. That one right there. Matt down on strikes for the third time tonight. And I think he was sitting on something else.
Yep.
Here are the up-to-date wild card standings. The Rockies do not play tonight. They are at home, and tomorrow open up a 3-game series with the Milwaukee Brewers. Narveson and Marquis in Game 1, Suppan and Hamill in Game 2, Manny Parra and TBA in Game 3. TBA has been sort of up and down in September, but a good outing his last time out.
Can't get the ball down. Jason Marquis has been scuffling here. He got off to a great start this year, but his second half not near as good as his first.
Brewers have that powerful 1-2 punch with Fielder and Braun.
Yeah, they're playing good baseball. Fielder's got close to 140 RBIs.
I mean, Milwaukee's still at 77 and 79, a couple of games under 500. Say now it'll be Aaron Cook on Thursday for Colorado. Jurgens down on strikes, and Pinto's gotten the first 2. Time now for a money and energy saving bright idea from Georgia Power. Look for the Energy Star label when buying new appliances. Go to GeorgiaPower.com for more energy saving tips. Georgia Power, a Southern company. I like how the graphic pops up and then the light bulb lights up.
It's a bright idea. Speaking of bright ideas, the Atlanta Braves Foundation made a $25,000 donation to local aid organizations to aid in the Atlanta flood relief. Well done, folks. More to that, too.
Yeah, got some more information on that, and we will give it to you coming up. Braves go 1, 2, 3. We'll go to inning number 7. By Blimpie, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by Geico. Back here at Turner Field, John Sciambi, Joe Simpson. Braves lead at 3-0. We go to the top of the 7th. We told you they made their own sign. Do you believe?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir. Ripped down the line and a fair ball. And then it takes a hop. And Uggla's got himself a double. Man, that was a rocket into the corner. Hey, real quick before we were going to break, we talked about the Braves Foundation getting ready to make a $25,000 donation to local aid organizations. Here's how you can help. Tuesday, September 29th to Sunday, October 4th, flood relief donations will be collected here at Turner Field. Braves are asking fans to contribute with gift cards, hygiene items, school supplies, non-perishable foods, baby items, and, of course, monetary donations help as well. And so the Braves helping to contribute and asking for your help tomorrow through Sunday. Money, gift cards, hygiene items, school supplies, non-perishable foods, and baby items.
And how about this? Tim Hudson will be out in Monument Grove signing autographs Friday from 5:45 to 6:45 in exchange for making a book or monetary donation to benefit Clarkdale Elementary, which was devastated by the flood. 5 new children's books, or $20 for one autograph. Plus, it's the wild card hunt. You ought to be here anyway. Just bring some books with you. More info there for you. Hope you can make your way out.
Upstairs, it's even 2-2. Marlins tonight 0 for 7 with men in scoring position. Braves 0 for 7 as well.
Braves only have 2 hits. They got a couple of runs in the first inning without benefit of a hit. And then Chipper hit a homer in the 3rd. Solo shot.
Rick Carroll waiting on deck as Baker spoils that offering. Tell you, Joe Jurgens tonight is firing a 4-hit shutout, and yet still has not really been spot on. Not the way we see that he can be, you know.
He got on a pretty good roll there in the 3rd and 4th inning, even the 5th inning.
Liner to right. Diaz will play it on a bounce. And Matt fires it in. They're at the corners. Nobody out.
But he hasn't been able to put anybody away. Last inning, got ahead of Ramirez 0-2, but he had to go to a 3-2 count to finally strike him out. It's taken him longer to record the outs, and now he's in a 1st and 3rd pickle again.
And now he's going to get a visit from Roger McDowell. Carroll scheduled to hit. And with the pitcher spot due up after Carroll, Hermida has a bat down to our left. There's the Georgia native.
I'll have to check. I'm not sure that Jeremy had an at bat during their homestand because of that injury to his side. No, he did not. He's missed the last 23 games.
Again, no Cody Ross, out with that injured wrist, hit by John Main on the left wrist on Saturday. He may not play the rest of the year. They're at the corners. There's nobody out. Braves up 3. And there's that good changeup that drops down and catches the corner.
Yeah, and he hasn't used it much tonight for some reason. Chipper's even with the bag at third, but middle infielders playing back. They'll concede a run for a chance at a double play.
Swung through that 0-2.
That fastball had some life, and it was 89.
Some hair.
Just down and in. Just kind of funny. He's been throwing 92. All of a sudden, a two-seamer, just 89, that was biting in on Carroll's hands. 0-2 again.
Braves trying to make it 7 consecutive wins. In the air, shallow right. Diaz coming on. Matt there makes the grab, tagging from third and then stopping is Ugla as the throw comes in. Gets away from McCann briefly, but the runners will stay put.
Nice play here. Long run for Matt to get to this one, and too shallow for Ugla to think he had a chance. Don't want to run yourself out of the inning there with a tying run coming to the plate.
Matt right there, I think, misread the wind a little bit, because going at that angle, I don't know that you want to put yourself in a position where you're doing a 360.
No, he had perhaps had a chance to get more aligned toward home plate. That wind's still blowing out toward right.
Hermida hits a little dribbler foul. Now, would Hermida and McCann have played against one another in high school?
Sure. Same age, same draft year. Not sure their schools matched up, but certainly in summer ball. Was looked like a generous call. 0-2 again. Two-seamer running away from him, and 0-2.
Oof.
A little too far in with that one. It didn't move much. That was more of a four-seamer. Just held its line.
There's the changeup, struck him out.
Got Hermida to swing at the first one and tried to pull an outside pitch, then got a generous call, kept him honest here, and then the changeup down and away after the good fastball in. And saving that changeup tonight.
Just carved him up with the pitch selection, in, out, had him thinking in after the fastball, and then the changeup away and had him diving for it. So first and third. And there's that changeup again as it clips the corner. Coughlin's 2 out of 3. Ugla's at third. Baker's at first. The Braves are up 3.
JJ got his second win. After that pitch, he was kind of backpedaling up to the pitching rubber, ready to throw another pitch.
Ooh. Very close right there, 2-1.
Looked like as good a pitch as the one called on Hermida.
That's right there, 2-2.
Guy has good plate coverage. Hit the ball to all fields, as we've seen already.
McCann stood up, wanted Jurgens to step off the rubber.
I like the changeup again.
Crowd on its feet. And Coghlan spoils that changeup.
Had him spinning on his front foot, though. Barely got a piece of it.
Two and two. They're at the corners with 2 outs. Out to Prado. Escobar, end of the inning. Great work, Jair Jurgens, for the second straight inning. He allows the first 2 to reach and then gets 3 in a row. Braves on top.
First, after Anibal Sanchez walked 3 guys to start the ball game, Atlanta scored 2 runs without benefit of a hit. A ground out and a sacrifice fly put him on top 2-0, and then Chipper Jones added to it in the 3rd inning. Then El Cabang off the foul pole. His 18th homer of the year. Braves have stranded 7, but they've got a shutout working thanks to Jair Jurgens' good work. He's allowed only 5 hits. And he's left 7 men on base tonight, too. Good work by him again.
An El Cabang? That's Spanish for the Cabang.
Don't you know about El Cabang? No, Quick Draw McGraw. You didn't know about him, the cartoon guy?
I'm not familiar with his work.
Yeah.
Joe, it's our Sherwin-Williams pitching change. Here's Dan Meyer. 68th appearance for the lefty. And El Southpaw has done a good job this year. Former Brave. I should say former member of the Braves organization. He went to Oakland. In the Tim Hudson trade.
Braves need some more runs. Can't get enough against this club. They are a good come from behind team. They've had a lot of 9th inning rallies. Braves have suffered through a couple of those.
Martin has that hit streak. 10 straight. He came in 19 for 39, so now 19 for 41.
He's had a great year. and has made himself into a very tough out. Now, El Cabang was Quick Draw McGraw's Spanish counterpart. He wore a mask, and when he caught the bad guys, he'd hit him over the head with a guitar. El Cabang. Just not old enough.
The 1-2. And that misses away. Dan Meyer actually pitched 2 games for the Braves in 2004. 2 innings of work. And the Marlins claimed him off waivers from the A's. Liner to center. Maben coming on. He's got it. Oh, Martin hit it hard.
Their bullpen, 525 innings coming into play tonight. That's the 3rd most in the National League.
Fish relievers all huddled up out there. 1 down, base is clear. And Chip returns around to hit right-handed. He's got a home run sandwich between a couple of walks.
Tell you, the fans that are here tonight are loud and they're having a good time. Hope you'll come join us tomorrow night for the rest of the homestand.
Braves.com for tickets.
Change up there from Meyer.
Braves could use another Cabang for insurance.
One from each side.
Meyer in the 1-2. Chipper's been swinging a better bat. The average up to 274. The homer is 18. And a good rip at that one.
Yeah, that one was upstairs. Fought it off a little bit. Might have wrenched his back a little.
Yeah, he was grabbing his back a little bit when he stepped out of the box. We saw him stretching and grabbing his back on the last road trip. Climbed the ladder to strike him out, 2 away.
This was that high fastball he chased and fouled off. Had a big finish and kind of grabbed at his back.
Two down, bases clear. It's Brian McCann, who's 0 for 1. And a bouncer that Cantu handles, throws him out. McCann retired. And the Braves go 1-2-3. End of 7. It's 3-0. McCann's Cans. Pittsburgh, bro. When I got traded, this was why I was so happy to come here. We're in the mix, man. We feel like we can beat anybody. The chemistry is ridiculous right now. Coming to the park, we feel like we're going to win. The bro makes it authentic, Mike Gonzalez.
It certainly does. And the bullpen has been terrific. And nobody better than this guy, making a new franchise record appearance, his 85th. Yesterday worked an inning plus, actually worked 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, an intentional walk, struck out 4, and they were swinging and missing a lot.
Yeah, he was filthy. He's 4-0, an 0.55 ERA in the second half. And that trio, Moylan, Gonzalez, and Soriano, they've been tough to beat. Maben, Ramirez, Cantu scheduled 2, 3, 4. It's our Sherwin-Williams pitching change. A side armor from Australia on. And there are those numbers I mentioned. Two balls and a strike to count to Maben, who's put down a sac bunt. It has also popped out foul to third and walked.
.92 from that sidearm delivery to the outside corner.
Peter back to work. And a strikeout, 1 away.
See, he can throw the fastball like anybody else throws it over the top with a 4-seam or 2-seam. But he can make it go down. He can make it sink when he throws his 2-seamer, and he throws it hard. And that one just dropped right below Maben's swing. He thought he was on it with the swing, and then just a little bit of a dip into McCann's glove. Drops it below the swing. Well done.
I think in the second half, too, he's got more confidence in his breaking ball.
Confidence comes from being able to throw it for a strike whenever you want. He's been able to do that.
Braves up 3-0. Got 2 first-inning runs without a hit. Sanchez walked the first 3 hitters of the game, McLouth, Prado, and Jones. McCann grounded to first to knock in McLouth. Anderson hit a sac fly to center to knock in Prado. Chipper with a solo homer in the third. That's all the scoring. And that makes it 2-1.
It's remarkable that the game's only 3-0. Sanchez walked 8 in 5 innings, but he didn't make it worse by giving up any hits. He only gave up 2 knocks.
There's that breaking ball. I remember watching Peter in the 06 World Baseball Classic where the Braves signed him. He still was kind of spraying it all over the place a little bit, throwing about 93 and facing Venezuela, and he faced Ramon Hernandez, and he broke off a curveball, and Ramon Hernandez was running back to the dugout. He was bailing out so much. A little liner foul.
That was a pitch or delivery that was effective for Peter yesterday, where he took a little slide step and almost quick pitched the batters. Tried that on Ramirez and threw an off-speed pitch, but he still fouled it off.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody aboard. Braves up 3-0. John Shambi, Joe Simpson here at Turner Field as Moylan will step off briefly. Two now. He wouldn't chase.
Good pitch, though. Great discipline not to chase it. That's a little bit like the pitch he swung at and missed, though, from Jurgens to Fan with runners aboard in the 6th.
3-2 to Ramirez. Moylan deals, and he walked him. Just missed with that. And Braves fans join the Braves in sunny Florida for 2010 spring training. Plan the best baseball vacation ever with new lower prices for 2010. Go to Braves.com/spring travel or call 800-892-7687.
Not only is there good baseball, there's good amusement parks down there. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, but
I am familiar. Yeah,
Disney World.
Yeah,
and all kinds of fun stuff. Good food, good amusements, and good baseball.
Mm-hmm. It's all there. Moylan gets behind Cantu. A ball and no strikes. Cantu 0 for 3. Out to short. There's one. There's two. Moylan gets the ground ball. We're midway in the 8th, and the Braves shutting out the Marlins. Escobar, Prado, and LaRoche hooking up on our Wendy's way better play of the day.
These guys have really become a good tandem, haven't they? Very smooth on their double play turns. Way better work by Peter Moylan, too.
As per usual. Meyer continues on the hill as he faces Garrett Anderson. Braves up 3-0. Going to be Tim Hudson and Josh Johnson. Those two start tomorrow night. And we'll be back here on Fox Sports South. Braves live at 6:30. Fred Hickman, Brian Jordan, and Jerome Jurinovich.
Wow, look at that. A chart.
Wow, you never see guys do that.
Not anymore.
Towards third, fair ball. Cantu will put it in his pocket and a base hit. I mean, it was just placed brilliantly. And Cantu did everything that he could just to track it down.
He chased it for 5 minutes. And if he doesn't glove it, it's a double. Right off the end of the bat. Kiko Calero has been in their bullpen. Looks like he'll come in and pitch to Escobar with Reed Gurecki pinch running.
So Gurecki takes over at first. Calero's going to take over on the hill. Back with a new pitcher after this. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. I think that was my favorite part of the game.
That was very rapid.
The other part, if you notice, just quickly in there, Gretchen Caney shooing away the paparazzi down on the field before the game. Escobar bunts that one. Calero throws to Globe. And an insurance run in scoring position.
Good job. Adam LaRoche 0 for 2 against Calero in his career. Again, with the 8 walks by Sanchez, a miracle that this game's only 3-0.
Now feeling the love, and Kiko Calero will go ahead and intentionally walk Adam LaRoche.
Well, you can understand that. Matt Diaz has had a rough night. He's got the hat trick, and that's a rarity for him against the Florida Marlins, that's for sure.
LaRoche aboard, and Diaz will come up to hit. Matty, 2 swinging, 1 looking.
And the odd part, I accused him of being impatient his first 2 times up, and then he was patient against Pinto to a fault where he got some pitches to hit and got caught looking for something else.
Two on, 1 out. Braves up 3-0, bottom of the 8th.
This is what's been exciting about this run they've been on, though, Boog, and this is something Matt alluded to and that Chipper talked about, how nobody wants to give up at bats. Nobody wants to give up pitches. Everybody's really battling. So he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, but he's got a chance here to drive in a big run. And everybody's contributing. Different nights, it's different guys, and that's what you got to have.
Lays off that pitch, 2-0.
Kiko Calero, if you've not seen him pitch before, is just a slider throwing machine.
He's got to have a picture of Larry Anderson somewhere in his house.
Video reels, black and white flicker, 8mm. Got a frog down there? What we got?
What?
There's something jumping, hopping, bouncing. I don't know. He's off another slider. There it is.
You know what a frog looks like, though, right?
Yeah, I do, but I didn't see the flying part. The way it's been raining around here, there might be raining flying frogs.
Big old frog jumping across the field. That's too high. It is ball 4. So Calero, who intentionally walked LaRoche to get to Diaz, then walks Diaz unintentionally. And now it's Omar Infante.
Who came through with a big hit yesterday to pad the Braves' lead when they rallied to win in the 10th. He is 4 for 10 as a pinch hitter.
All loaded up, 1 out. The Braves trying to pad a 3-0 lead.
Braves have not had a hit with a runner in scoring position tonight. They've left 7 men on base already. Even a sacrifice fly right here would be nice to make it a 4-run game.
Gorecki at third. LaRoche is out there at second. And Diaz at first. Braves have only 3 hits tonight.
All 3 hits are rockets, though. The home run by Chipper, the single to center by LaRoche, and the hit by Anderson this inning to get it started.
Popped up infield fly, glowed there. And now they're loaded with 2 outs. So Infante not able to deliver. Take another look.
Well, that was a slider that had a lot of the plate, and he pulled off this one. His hips, you see, going away from home plate. Everything moving away, and he had a little loop in that swing, but really got a pitch to hit. So maybe a 2-out knock.
Nate McLeod 0 for 2. And Nate's been pretty cold. A walk would do just fine in this spot, too.
Sure. Glode, Ugla, and Baker due up for the Marlins in the 9th.
Now it's 2-0. Braves 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and lead it 3-0. Jurgens went 7 shutout innings. The 2-0. So now 3-0 to McLaughlin, no place to put him.
I like your call, though. Free pass.
It's got to be a tough one for Freddie Gonzalez to watch tonight.
10 walks by Florida tonight. This would be number 11 and force in a run if he can't throw a strike.
Fastball through there, and now 3-1.
Small strike zone here for Nate again. 3-1. Calero's the guy in trouble. Look for it in a very small spot. If it's not there, don't swing.
See if he goes 3-1 slider. He did not. Fastball out of the zone, and Nate chased.
Yeah, ball 4.
Gurecki, LaRoche, Diaz on the bases with 2 down. The Braves would love an insurance run or 2. Calero ready to work. Payoff pitch. And an insurance run on ball 4. Gurecki across, it's 4-0. Big run right there.
Yeah, they weren't trying to go back to the same spot hoping he would swing at a ball out of the zone. Calero just missed. 11 walks by Florida tonight. Certainly can't count on them being that generous.
Good at bat by Nate McLaughlin as he knocks in his 68th run.
Yesterday, when the Braves got their 3 runs in the 10th, they didn't hit a ball out of the infield for the longest time, and the first run came on McCann's little dribbler down the first baseline, and it was then that Infante added the insurance run. So after getting a bases loaded walk, maybe Prado can get the insurance runs in the inning here.
Base hit would kind of break this thing open. Ten in a row, but he does not have a hit tonight. 0 for 3.
These games, even beginning in New York, when the Braves knew they had no room for error, took on a real playoff type atmosphere, even against teams with losing records like New York and Washington. When you know you've got to win and sweep, that's pressure.
High in the air, left field, way back. Coughlin onto the track, and he's got it. He twisted and turned and was able to put it away. Prado just missed it. Braves pick up an insurance
Boog got 11 walks. The Braves trying to cash that in. So we'll break it all down for you. Brian Jordan will be here with me. Jerome Chenovich is working the clubhouse report. So we'll have all that. We'll tell you how the Philadelphia Phillies are doing and a whole lot more. By the way, I can tell you that Chipper Jones hit his home run tonight at 7:55. A little bit strange.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of information you get on Braves Live. Back up to you guys.
Fred and the fellas coming up after the game. Yeah, didn't check the clock. Reed Gurecki takes over in left field. And Ross Gload will face the new pitcher. And our Sherwin-Williams pitching change, Rafael Soriano. Gload, then Ugla, and then Baker scheduled. High fly ball right field, but playable for Diaz. And there's one down.
That had to get Rafi's attention, though. It was off him that Gload hit that 3-run walk-off homer down in Florida. Just a long out tonight.
Remember, we're going to be here on Fox Sports South tomorrow night. It'll be Tim Hudson and Josh Johnson. And the Braves and the Marlins will get it going 6:30 with Braves Live.
Yeah, come join us at the ballpark, too. I mean, you're missing out here. Braves haven't been to the postseason since 2005. They've got a legitimate chance to get in there this year with this mad rush they're making, and it's fun.
If they can pull off the win, it'll be 7 in a row and 15 of 17. Braves had the best mark in the National League since June 28th.
And a time change for Saturday's game, too. I don't know if we mentioned that or not, but Big Fox, the national broadcast, has picked up the game against the Nationals on Saturday, and that'll be a 4:10 start locally. So if you have tickets for a 7:10 game Saturday night, make that note. 4:10 start.
Plan accordingly. Good slider, 2-2.
Try it again.
Got him swinging. And the Braves 1 out away from their 7th win in a row.
And not just that, Boog, but a chance to get the first win on the board against the Marlins in this series, a team that they have battled evenly all year long, even the season series at 8-8. And a team that has driven them crazy at times, the Fish, win the first one and get on top of them.
Fans on their feet. Slider for a strike to Baker. Soriano trying to collect save number 28. Oh, my fault. Yeah. Not a save situation. Braves a strike away. And Gurecki settling under this one. Ball game, and the roll continues. 7 in a row. Atlanta wins here tonight 4-0. And the Braves have now won 15 of